Hey guys, welcome back to Titanium Man Garage. And as promised, I'm doing a follow-up on the Sportsman 400. Remember my last video, I bought this from a guy. He said it wouldn't start, had no power. Turned out it was the starter relay. So I went ahead and replaced that. And if you've never done that, you gotta remove the battery, and then there's two screws, and they have nuts on the end. That's actually pretty easy. And then you just unplug the wire, unhook these two, and pull it out. So as soon as I did that, got it to kick over. In my last video, I said there might be an issue with the fuel pump. It turned out that as I was hitting the starter, I didn't get enough vacuum. So once I actually got this thing to fire up, the fuel pump actually worked really well. I can show you what, fire this bad boy up. I got the gas shut off, but you get the idea. Got it running. So I had a subscriber ask on my last video, you know, what are these bags for? They're circuit breakers in there. This one goes to, if you look inside here, goes up to the cigarette lighter. There's one here, ties into the red and black wire. This goes down to the fan, and then you got your other one over here. And I believe that goes up to the power, up to the run, start, and ignition switch. So my next issue is brakes. So I did try to clean this up, but when I squeeze the brakes, this thing doesn't pop out like it should. This was bone dry, and there was nothing but dust in there. Brake fluid does evaporate over years, so this tells me this thing's been sitting for quite a while. So I managed to pull the line off here, and I got an air gun in there. Actually sprayed some WD-40 in there because the seals in there. That's basically just a piston and a couple seals and a spring. A lot of times that spring rusts, and that's why this isn't pushing back out like it should. You can see there's nothing there. I did order a new one of these. Also, what I like to do, I'll grab a syringe like this, and I'll fill it full of brake fluid, and I like to back bleed the brakes. So I'll crack open the bleeder screw here, shove this in, and just inject it. There was no brake fluid in any of the lines, so I back bled everything up. The right side was good, and I was actually starting to fill the reservoir. The left side didn't, so that tells me that that brake line right here is probably plugged. And seeing this thing's been sitting for a while, I'm going to pull off the calipers. What I like to do is the little piston that comes in and out, I'll spray that with a little PB blaster, loosen that up, get everything free, because a lot of times they rust and they stick. I'm going to go through that brake line, which kind of sucks because that means now I got to take all the plastics off and the gas tank, because the junction box is right behind the gas tank for all of the brake lines. It turned out it wasn't the CDI that was bad. I was getting spark, even though the pull rope was broke. As you heard, the thing fires up. The carb was gunked up really bad. So went through that, cleaned that up. So my next video will probably be on brakes. And I've had a couple videos over the years that I did do brakes on, but most of my videos are over 2.5 to 3 years old. So maybe I'll make a new video for you guys, show you how I go through the brake system. Like I said, I got to make sure the fluid's flowing. And then also, you got the back brake, which is always the big pain in the butt because it's not only tied to this foot pedal, it's also tied to the handbrake. So that means you got a line running down from the handbrake to the back brake. And I can't see it with the footboard in a way. It's right down here. Piston down there. And also ties into there. You can see you got two lines, one from the foot brake, one from the handbrake. I'll take that apart, and that could be even seized. So a lot of guys forget about that. They bleed their system, and they're like, I got the front brakes to work, back brakes don't work, or front brakes are still kind of soft. You gotta get all that fluid. Here's actually the brake line coming down and around. You know, tons of fluid all through there. So that's why I like to back bleed everything. That way I know I got fluid coming from the other direction and the lines aren't jammed up. But I'm guessing that left brake line is rusty. So I'll be taking the plastics off, the gas tank off, get that J-box. I mean, I could weasel my arm underneath there and disconnect it, but it's such a pain. And I'm probably gonna have to replace the radiator hose anyway. I don't know what this guy did. Looks like he gumped it all up. So, all right, I'm rambling, so I'll let you guys go. Stay tuned for my next video. Until next time.